Hey coaches, I promised I would make a video for you because it seems like so many of you are afraid to invite people to coaching, are afraid to talk about coaching, are afraid to bring that up. And so I wanted to address some of those fears. So for those of you who wrote down some of the objections you've heard or the things that have kind of been holding you back, I appreciate that because I can't help you unless I know how I can help you. So first and foremost, this is the secret to the sauce. Hands down, this is going to change your career if you listen to me very, very closely. One, consistency. Consistency will change your business. If you are hearing a lot of these things that I'm about to talk about, you might not look consistent on Facebook or Instagram or whatever social media outlet you use. So for example, every single week there should be a call to coaching. Every week, no matter what. Join my team. Who wants to join my team? I'm looking for this specific type of person. And maybe it'll feel like it's too much, but the average amount of people that will see your post is 12% of your friends. 12%. That means that so many of them won't see it. If you post it one time, people didn't know. They didn't see it. Not only that, but you need to be posting your journey. So that means that you need to be consistently sharing that you are working out, eating healthy, drinking Shakeology. Are people seeing that you run challenge groups? Are people seeing that people are being successful in challenge groups? Are people seeing results from people on your team? And you might say to me right now and give me the excuse, I don't have a team yet. Yes, you do. We're all a team. You can give shout outs for somebody on our team. So like for instance, if you see that I'm shouting somebody out saying, oh my gosh, get it girl, this girl just went emerald, la la la, give her a shout out too. You can be like, this is one of the people on our team. I'm so excited for her. She just rank advanced. That's a huge one. Same with customers. Maybe it's not your customer, but you can still share things that have happened in our challenge group. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited because a girl just shared that she's down 10 pounds this month. You can share those. We are all a team, and that's huge. You might even hear things like, well, how much money are you making? And you're like, I just started. I'm not making very much money. You can share my successes. I mean, you just saw that last week I had my highest paycheck yet. Keep that in your notes and be like, you know what? I'm not making $700 a week right now. However, my upline coach, Candlin, is, and she's been a coach for only a little over a year. So you have to constantly be sharing those things constantly because there's so many other products out there right now. Advocare, It Works, those types of things. I don't even Herbalife. But people want to see that you are not just doing this for 1 month and giving up. So if you're telling me, oh my gosh, it's been I've been doing this for 2 months. Oh my gosh, I'm not successful yet. Please tell me how anybody is successful at anything after 2 months. If you start playing basketball in 2 months, are you going to be Michael Jordan? No. Are you going to, if you've been, working a new job in 2 months, are you the best at it? No. It takes consistency. And so people need to see that out of you. You know why people want to come to me as a coach? Because I work every single day. Every day. I might not get a full power hour in. I might not get 20 Hey Girls out every day. However, I work every day and people know that I'm consistent. When I was in Mexico, I worked every day. I found the internet and I made sure that I was consistently posting. I actually sold a challenge pack while I was there. When my kids left, my foster kiddos left, I worked every single day. And I'm not saying that to be like, you can never take a day off. You can totally take a day off. But the difference is you're still sharing your story. You're still posting that part of your story so that people know that you're still working. You know what? I'm about to have a baby. I'm exhausted and I'm tired. But you know what? on those days that I don't have enough energy to do a million Hey Girls, or even sometimes to work out, like sometimes it's just not working for me. I'm having serious sciatica pain. Those days I'm still sharing my story. People know I'm still consistently working. Okay, so if all else fails and you are so busy you can't get anything else done, make sure you're posting. Because if you are posting great today and then you don't post anything again for a week, nobody even knows you're a coach. They don't know. Okay, so that is huge. The key to everything is consistency. Okay, next thing, somebody said convincing people. One, I really try not to convince somebody, because if I have to convince them to do something, then I'm going to have to be convincing them for the rest of their life. You can't drag somebody across the finish line. But at the same time, I give them the resources, I give them the tools, and I let them know basically what coaching is, and then they make the decision. They're probably just scared. So if they tell me, I don't have enough money or whatever, that's an excuse. They're afraid they're going to fail, or they don't know, they're afraid to tell you that. So I try not to convince people. I tell them all of the details. I send them my What is Coaching video. And then from there, I battle their objections. But again, I'm not gonna drag them across the finish line, because I have enough coaches that quit anyways. So I want the coaches that want to work. I want the coaches who want to push through. I want the coaches who are not making excuses and telling me they don't have any time. I want the coaches who really want this so badly that they've hit rock bottom, that they have to go, they can only go up. I want this to change their life. Okay, next question was, what do I do when I've talked to somebody and then they disappear? I always build a relationship again. So, for example, maybe they talked about coaching, and then they won't respond to any of my messages or about a challenge pack or anything. You know what? I go back and do something else. I talk to them about something that we've already had in common, that we're already building a relationship on. Whether it's, how are your kids? I'm thinking about you today. What's going on in your life? How's your marriage? I just saw you just posted something about your mom. What's going on? I want to build a relationship because they need to trust me. And so they are either disappearing because, one, they're scared. Most of the time it comes down to fear. Or two, they don't want to tell you they don't have the money right now, and maybe they want to save up for it. Three, it might just be honestly that they are busy and didn't see your message. So you don't want to constantly be badgering them or feel like you're being aggressive. Instead, just build a relationship. When they're ready, they will let you know. When they are not ready, you don't want them to start anyways, because then they will just quit. Okay, people who have never tried the product that are afraid to take the big step. I'm constantly sharing results of my team. Constantly. So like for instance, they're afraid to try the product or they're afraid to do something because they haven't tried the product yet. I always tell them, one, if you don't like Shakeology, we will find a recipe that you love. Hands down. I've had plenty of people tell me that they tried Shakeology and didn't like it. And I'm like, there are a million recipes. We will find something that you love. And every time they do. I've never had somebody send back Shakeology because they did not like the taste. So one, that. Two, 30-day money-back guarantee. No matter what, if you don't like it, you can send it back and get a 30-day, you can get your 30 days back, your 30-day money-back guarantee. And if they're afraid they're not going to lose weight, or they're afraid this program won't work, I consistently share with them. Everybody I know who is consistently sticking to their program has either lost weight, toned up, gained weight, whatever it is that they're trying to do, there's a program for them. And I can show them the results of people on our team. Again, you're like, maybe you just started and you're like, I don't have any results yet. Share our team's results. If you need results, or you need pictures of before and afters, or you need somebody's story because you don't have your own yet, ask. I will help you, or somebody else on our team will throw it on the Empowering Misfit page, because we are a team. We're here to help each other. So I almost always, my goal is to sign 5 coaches a month. Most of the time I sign coaches who have never tried the product. So if you're going into it afraid that they'll say that, sometimes they'll take that. So go into it thinking, I know what I have is something to offer. and I know that what I have works. So whether or not you trust me, I'm gonna show you that it will work. Next, money. Again, most of the time it's not really money. Most of the time it's fear. I mean, people tell me for months they don't have money, and then all of a sudden when their time is right, they all of a sudden can find the money. So if they are saying money, are you breaking down the cost? Most of the time I sign coaches with the 21-day fix if they have not done it yet, because it does teach the portion control and balanced diet. So how I would break it down is, you know what, it's $160. They do waive the coaching fee of $40, so you don't have to worry about that, which is awesome. You're going to pay about $4 per meal replacement shake, which is so delicious and amazing for your body. You will see a difference. You know, I share I'm pregnant and I'm still allowed to drink it, you know, that type of thing. And then I say $15 for a portion, your colored containers to teach portion control and a balanced diet, and $15 for a workout program that you can consistently use from home whenever. Okay, so yeah, $160 might sound like a lot at first, but when you break it down, it's really not, because you're gonna spend probably close to $4 on a meal anyways. I mean, if you eat at home, yeah, you might eat a little bit cheaper than that, but not if you're anything like me, you're buying, you know, super healthy fruits and vegetables, you're going to spend that much. And if you go out to like McDonald's, you're going to spend $6 and it's going to rot your insides. So these are some of the things that I'm saying when people give me the money excuse. Again, they will find the money if they are ready. No matter what, it will happen. I promise you. Because when I started, I'm the perfect example. I just had a baby. I knew I was quitting my job after maternity leave, and I was broke. My husband, we could not pay the bills with just my husband's income. I knew I had this amount of time to make money at this, or we were going to lose our house. But you better believe, not only did I not buy the 21-day fix, which would have been much cheaper, I bought a program that was over $200. That's how desperate I was to make this work. They are not desperate enough. So I'm telling you, when the time is right, they will do it. People saying that you see a lot of times people don't want to be in something that's aggressive or that is super salesy. Look at the difference of somebody who sells that works and they copy post everything exactly the same as the person before them versus look at my page and how I'm sharing my story. I'm not aggressive. I'm not saying, oh, you better do this or else. I'm not saying, you know, this is the only way or the highway. I'm trying to inspire people to be the very best version of themselves. Go through your page. Are you inspiring people? Or are you selling them something? Are you trying to sell them something? Or are you trying to help them? Okay. The biggest thing about this is going to be when you ask somebody to the coaching opportunity, they should take it as a compliment that you want them on their team. That's what it comes down to. They should be honored that you are asking them. So think about how you're asking them. Are you asking them in a, hey, coaching, or I get these all the time, honestly. Hey, I just became a rep for blah, 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 and I think you would be great at it. You should sell it. Okay. I seriously have gotten like 5 in the last 2 weeks, and I'm like, that's awesome. I am so thankful that you sent me that message, and I'm so glad that you think I'd be good at this. However, you don't know me. I say, you know how you'd be so much more successful at this is if you would be willing to take the time to get to know me to see if this is a good fit for me. See the difference? And I share that with them, and they're always like, oh, thank you. No one ever told me that before. Okay, so build the relationship, 1. Okay, 2, change your mindset. If you're going into it afraid that they're going to say no or afraid that you're going to sound salesy, you probably are. Okay, go into it thinking, I'm giving you the best opportunity of your stinking life. So take it, man. Take it and run with it. You need to say why you think they would be a good person on your team, because we don't want just anybody on our team, right? We want somebody who this could change their life. We want somebody who could really just be such an inspiring person, an encouraging person, just somebody who we want in our team. Like, think of who you want to pick first for your soccer team. Like, only obviously it'd be for Beachbody. You know, maybe it's a girl that you've been following on Facebook for a while who just has a heart of gold. Say that. Say that. The biggest key to this is going to be, do you care about them versus yourself? If you're going into the conversation thinking that you are going to help yourself, or you're going to grow your team, or you're going to rank advance or whatever, you've missed it. If you go into every single conversation, every coach invite, thinking, I want to help them. Okay, so for instance, if somebody shares with me that they have financial struggles, I'm going to say, you know what? I've been there. I have totally been there. Have you ever thought about coaching? Because that is what has literally brought me and my husband from going paycheck to paycheck, missing weddings we wanted to go to, missing out on friends' things because we didn't have the money, getting our car repossessed. We went from that to now we are able to put money in savings, pay off tons of debt. We've never been in a situation like this. Would you consider looking at the coaching opportunity and see if it's a good fit for you? If somebody tells me I've never felt good in my skin, I feel ugly, I feel fat, I avoid mirrors, then I'm saying, you know what, girlfriend? I was the same way. I was the same way. I can only tell you what I've been doing, and this is what I've done, and this is how it's helped to me. Does that sound like something you'd be willing to do? Because I know tons of girls on my team that it has helped, and I would love to help you get to a place where you can stand in front of the mirror and be happy with yourself. I want you to feel good in your skin. So if you're going into that whole conversation thinking, how am I going to help them? How am I going to change their life? How am I going to love on them? How am I going to make them feel good about themselves? That's when you're going to sign coaches. That's when you're going to help people truly get their lives changed. But if you are going into it thinking, oh my gosh, I want to get, I want to do this, 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 and this. Yeah, we all have goals. Don't get me wrong. I have huge goals for this year. But how I'm reaching those goals is by reaching out to my downline and helping them reach their goals. Because if I'm focused on them and their goals, my goals will be surpassed. I won't even understand how I made such small goals. It's got to be the same for you. The other thing is hey girls. Okay? Almost every time I ask somebody, hey, how are your hey girls going? They're like, okay, so you reached out to 5 people this week. And then they say, oh my gosh, I can't believe you signed so many coaches. You're signing so many coaches. Do you realize this month alone I've sent out my What is Coaching video to more than 30 people? That's not even including all the conversations I've had. Now, yeah, you might not be wanting to work at the same speed I am. That is fine. I'm just telling you, it is not. Sometimes it is about numbers, and it is not about, man, she's got it all together. No, it is because I work consistently. It's because I'm not afraid to put myself out there because I know that I have what it takes to change lives. I know that what I have is a gift, and it needs to be given away. So anyways, I'll stop ranting. Hopefully you got at least a little tidbit of information. Hopefully you can take it and run with it. Please ask tons of questions. I want to help you. I want to see you succeed. To me, when I see my coaches rank advanced, when I see my coaches say that they made more money this week than they've ever made, that is 100 times more to me than when I can say I made my highest paycheck. Because if I was in this just for the money, I wouldn't be doing it. I would have given up after my 2 months, just like some, coaches do. But instead, I love you and care about you, truly love you and care about you. And I want to see you reach all of your goals, health and fitness goals, family goals, religious goals, Beachbody goals, financial goals. Get that house you've always wanted. So please ask tons of questions. I want to help you out. And baby's coming soon, so we got to get as much training in as possible because I won't have as much time once the baby is here. So anyways, I am making a document of all of the days of the training so that if you want to do your own training, you can. If you want to constantly put your coaches in mind, that is awesome. However, if you put your coaches in my training groups, you better, no matter what, encourage them. This is not a game where it's like, oh, I put my coaches in there. Kendall will take care of them. I will, but they want to hear from you. They love you. You're their coach. They care about you. They want you to cheer them on. I mean, I will cheer them on. Don't get me wrong, but they want you to do it. So you better get your butt encouraging them. Awesome. Thank you so much for listening. Happy St. Patrick's Day.